going to open the podcast today with zero context. We call this a cold open. All right, go ahead.
All right, so I'm sitting at the bar.
No context.
Oh, no context. You want me to say the quote?
Yes, please.
The quote is, give me a turkey leg and some mushrooms. Bet me I won't have a gay old time. No context. Don't know what was being said. I just flipped my head over and I was like...
So just regularly, I love that.
Yeah, no, I was like, I bet you will have a great time.
He said a gay old time?
He said a gay old time.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, now we can provide some context. You were sitting at a bar.
Yeah.
It was a gay bar.
Yeah. Sitting at a bar, and now what makes this even funnier is right before, so I got my beer, and I'm sitting there, I'm on my phone, I'm working, and you didn't hear that. I'm working.
He was working for Vista Mutual.
I'm working, and the bartender goes down. He's like taking an order. He's talking to the guy down there, just at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
And I heard him talking about wanting to go see the, without wearing a Donald Trump hat, like you could tell. Show context here.
Sure.
He's talking about like going to go see the movie "Am I Racist?" And
Is it a movie?
yeah, it is a movie out right now.
Oh, okay. Is it like a documentary or like a...
Yeah, it's from Matt Walsh from Daily Wire.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
really good then.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, cheers, by the way. Welcome to another episode of Cup of Joe's, where you get your daily and weekly cup of Joe from a couple of Joes.
So then I got lost in whatever he was saying because I'm working. I'm not paying attention to this conversation, but
Yeah.
it's happening loud enough. Then there was a pause, and then he responds with that, and I was just like, "We went in. Like, where the fuck did we turn?"
So, do you think he was saying it for shock value, or that's just how he actually speaks in his normal everyday life?
No, I think that like.
And also, do you think he was gay and going to put that turkey leg somewhere he shouldn't have?
No,
I mean, you don't have to be gay to enjoy a thumb up the butt, you know? Who knows? Maybe the end of a turkey leg is just perfect.
I don't know where the mushrooms fit in this.
Oh, mushrooms, yeah. Mushrooms don't even traditionally go with the fucking turkey leg. Like, where are you pulling that from?
Oh no, he's saying like mushrooms.
Oh, like mushroom, like magic mushrooms.
Yeah. We're up in Humboldt County. So.
And does the bar serve turkey legs?
No.
Okay, so this is just... It is normal.
That's what pissed me off when I got to the bar. I specifically went there because I saw that they had food on the menu.
Yeah.
Get there, there's no food.
Oh, zero food. No,
Zero food.
No bar snacks even.
Nothing.
No nuts?
No.
Chex Mix? That shitty spicy Chex Mix? Nope. Jesus.
Not even a baguette.
How do you do that? You're losing out on so much money.
I know.
Salt your mouth, man.
I was really upset.
Fucking pretzels.
So I drove up there. It's like 6 hours. I hadn't eaten since like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm ready to eat.
Yeah.
I get there, have a beer, no food, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I better get
work.
some food because
How big was the beer? It was a sampler. It was like a 1 ounce. You just taste it, you spit it right back in the bucket, right?
for sure. Like a 4-ounce pour.
It was probably the bar where you have your own fucking mug, isn't it? Yeah, okay. You guys just recently went on a trip. You guys told us a little bit about that, but I want to hear more about the Capitola
Yeah, really cool.
restaurant. What's the name of it?
Shadowbrook.
Shadowbrook.
So it has been rated like one of the top romantic restaurants in the world.
In the world?
Number 1 in California.
Holy shit.
I don't know what specifically makes it romantic. I mean, it's cool that you take like the trolley down. Like it's huge. It's awesome.
Good scenery, right?
Yeah, good scenery. Actually, not priced horrible.
Yeah, you're
Not
saying
much
that.
better.
What was your total bill again?
It's only $200. That's a bottle of wine, 2 appetizers, 2 entrees, 4 drinks.
How much was the bottle of wine?
$28.
I've never heard of that at any fucking restaurant before, especially when it's so highly rated as well. Like you would think they'd be just raping you with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and we tried to be like we thought we were just ordering a really nice glass of wine, like for Taylor. I had ordered an old fashioned. She ordered a glass of wine.
That's about right. Like $26, $28, which is fucking ridiculous. I understand that.
But I'm thinking we're at this really nice restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a really nice glass of wine. No, full bottle. And I was like,
Full bottle of $2 shot.
no, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Not
was it
bad,
cab?
not bad.
A
think it was a-
Syrah.
Yeah, it might have been a
No?
cab. I think it's a cab.
Yeah, cab and chard. They usually do.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a bottle for $28. I don't care where the fuck you are. You have to go back centuries. And they also picked you up in a sick ass like old school taxi, right?
Yeah, so they have 3 like old school taxis. They'll pick you up for free anywhere within 3 miles and drive you back
That's
to your
amazing.
hotel. So that was really, really cool.
That's super awesome. Yeah, I don't know anybody that does that. And it's an old school car too. It's like legit 1960s, 70s car.
Yeah, 1970s. They said they just got it in. Like, it was cool. And they're wearing like the like old school cabbie like outfits and
outfit
stuff.
shit?
Yep.
Did you tip him?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You're like, hey, don't drive too fast. It's your tip for today.
And he's telling me, he's like, it's really nice. We just got this one in. It has power steering. The other 2 don't. He's like, it's a bitch going through here.
Not my first car. My brother's first car was a 1982 Chevy Raper van. I call it Raper van because no windows. It had a couch that converted to a futon in the back
Hell yeah.
with the speakers underneath the bed. Those sick ass speakers had a little closet in it. And the whole thing was shag carpet inside from head to fucking toe.
That's amazing.
Because my pop's car, used to drive around as a mechanic, gave it to my brother when we first moved out here in 1998 to Brentwood. That's the car we were mobbing around in.
Hell yeah.
A white Raper van, no windows. And then we put 2 captain's chairs right behind the front chairs that swiveled 360. And this was our family van from years ago. We used to go sneak into the drive-in movie theater.
Yeah.
And if you've never been to a drive-in, I know most of you kids haven't. But if you haven't, they used to charge you by head in the car and not just for the carload.
Yeah.
So we'd all, like 15 cousins, pile in the closet underneath the fucking futon. My parents would drive up, just them. Yeah, just 2. They'd park in fucking 20 feet.
Clown cart.
And that shit did not have power steering either.
Yeah.
Crazy when you're going slow. Like, you're like, fuck. Once you get up to speed, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So he was like, yeah, the shocks in this one are actually working. Like, because the other ones are like, this one was like, yeah, it felt like it's a really nice car.
Was it redone?
Yeah, it was redone.
Yeah.
They bought it from like somebody who like restores them.
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
So,
it was sick.
so they come, they pick you up, they bring you, they put you on the trolley. You get to go down. You have dinner down in that station. You don't have to take the trolley, right? You could,
No, you can walk down the steps.
but you're fucking there.
Yeah,
If you drove the cab, might as well take the trolley. So you take the trolley down, get all your stuff. Dessert?
yeah, we got dessert too.
What was
that's
it?
right. Got the mud pie.
The mud pie.
Hell yeah.
I'm not talking about what you guys did when you went back. I'm asking what you ate.
Well,
Mississippi mud.
creme brulee.
Fuck. Wasn't expecting that. We mean no harm. We mean no harm if you're watching, Taylor. Yeah. Okay, so into sports a little bit. 49ers. Man, 1-2. Had what I think is a really bad loss. Came down to the wire. Brock had a chance to win it a couple times. Didn't convert again on some of those third downs. We had some real bad mistakes in the secondary too on their drive when they came back.
Yeah.
And you could just tell all the momentum was in their fucking favor at the end of that game. I knew it like as soon as they hit that 60-yard pass, I'm like, this fucking game's over. So I still believe in us. Still no CMC. What the fuck? That's huge.
I heard he's going over to like Germany or something to like get his
Like,
Achilles looked at.
take a fucking baby Achilles out in him or something.
Yeah.
So I hate to say this, but Jason, the guy, he's been on our podcast as well. He's a Panthers fan who had CMC forever. And he told us, he's like, I know he's only out for year 1 or week 1, but I've been going through this for fucking years with this dude. And we had a really good season with him where he didn't really go out at all.
Right.
I'm concerned now. We're going into week 4 and this dude's going to Germany.
Yeah. It might be a year-long thing. You know.
And Mitchell's great too.
He tears it, his career's over.
Yeah.
He's not coming back after that because he's going to be in his 30s.
And even so, he wouldn't come back as he was.
Right.
He could come back, but he's not going to be that MVP type player on the field. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope it's not crazy, and I hope that he can come back at least maybe week 5 or something. Mm-hmm. But from him telling me, yeah, no, we've seen this where they're even telling us, oh, he's ready, he's coming, and then he doesn't fucking play that day. And Mitchell's amazing. He is. He's just not quite ready to take that next step without, if he doesn't have a huge hole, he's not going many places.
Jordan Mason.
Yeah, Mason, sorry.
Yeah.
My fault. Yeah. He's great, though. When he has a little bit of a hole, he's fucking gone. He doesn't go down on first contact. He's tough as fuck. He blocks really well.
Right.
Like, he could be that dude. He's just not that dude yet.
Right. I have him on a lot of fantasy teams. I'm really happy that I should have him.
You had him, like, as an initial pick?
Yeah, the last round.
Okay.
Just like...
kind of tertiary. If somebody goes out, I need this dude.
Yeah. I know drafts that got closer to that day, they were starting to take him as like a handcuff to Christian McCaffrey, but I was like, I'm gonna.
Did you have CMC in any of your leagues?
No, but in one of my leagues, someone dropped him last week, which that's a family league. I don't like playing fantasy football with family. It's
I'm too competitive of a person.
It's just more of like, it's not fun when oh, this player's having a bad week, I'm going to drop him. And it's like, you just drop Christian McCaffrey, number one pick in everyone's draft. I'll go ahead and take him. And then the next week, someone's going to have a bye next week. So I know a whole bunch of good players are just going to get dropped rather than put on the bench.
Right.
So it's just of course I like winning, but I don't want to win that way.
That easily.
Yeah.
Again, your competitive nature.
Right now, my team, starters through bench are loaded. I can't even look at any players on the waiver wires because I'm not going to drop a
why would
on
you?
my team.
Leave Christian on a bench, obviously.
Yeah, I've got Bijan Robinson.
Okay.
Jordan Mason.
Yep.
CMC on the bench.
Yep.
And then Kyron Williams from the Rams.
Okay.
As my 3 running backs right now.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can't really do better than that.
Right. It's so.
How are the Cowboys do?
All right, so my prediction was the Cowboys were going to come out and play really well because the media was killing them.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are just not that good. They're just not that good. They're going to be every bit of the 8-win team that I think I predicted here a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
The score was not close to what the actual game looked like.
Yeah.
So they lost by 3 points. The game was not close. With 10 minutes left, they were down 28-3, 28-6. They're driving, and then their drive is starting to stall out, and then they get 3 ridiculous penalties in a row to help them. They score a touchdown. They did not deserve half of those. Or at least one of those penalties was bullshit.
Yeah.
The other 2 were, I wouldn't have called it, but they did because it's a blowout at this point.
Yeah.
Then they kick an onside kick, and they fucking get it back.
Oh, shit.
And then they go and score, and now it's a game. But really,
It wasn't a game.
it wasn't a game.
Yeah.
Their defense is so bad. It's
What is it? Secondary or your line?
both the line.
The line?
It's the front 7. They gave up 6 yards at carry.
Can't do
Derrick
that.
Henry?
Can't do that. But I mean, say that Derrick Henry's not amazing, obviously.
It was definitely Derrick Henry's a stud, of course, but the line is getting blown off 3 or 4 yards
6
off the
fucking
ball.
yards a carry. That's crazy.
I think it averaged. He wasn't getting touched until he was already 3 yards deep. Is what they. I think they were saying. So it's
That's crazy.
all right, there's fucking problems.
Is their offensive line just that good that they're getting that much of a push?
No, that's been the Cowboys' problem last year and this year. They just get bullied around because they're small. It's really small.
They got small,
defensive
fast guys.
Yep. Now, you drop back to pass. If the Cowboys can get a lead, the Cowboys can rush you all day long. You're going to have a long day. If you get a lead and you can run the ball, the Cowboys they're toast. It's basically who can score first, and then that's who's going to win that game.
So you're saying you're not confident in Dak's arm?
No. There were passes in the game.
That's the problem with him. I've seen him make some incredible fucking plays.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I've also seen him make the fucking stupidest fucking read ever throwing a triple cover.
He was... A lot of people were like trying to give him like grace in this game. Like, oh, it wasn't his problem. And it's like, he was completing less than 50% of the passes until the fourth quarter. You're losing 28-6. If the offense is only scoring 6 points, that's on the quarterback to some extent.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had CeeDee Lamb drop a couple passes here and there.
We had a lot of drop passes in our game too, but you never know. It's behind him a little bit. It's not in the pocket, right? Whatever. If it hits your hands, you're supposed to fucking catch that shit.
But you can see like the shit passes like on checkdowns, and no one ever talks about these.
Yeah.
He was missing guys by like 8 yards. And it's like
the check down screens? Or just even the check down
just
flat?
a check down in the flat, just as like an emergency. And he's
sailing up.
Ezekiel Elliott's looking in at the quarterback over his his right shoulder. He throws it 5 yards in front of him over his left shoulder. And it's like, what the fuck?
You never catch that ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you're not confident in his.
No. I'm not confident in the entire team.
Somebody actually had a good weekend. Jason, the guy that's been on our podcast, is a Panthers fan, and he got to go to Vegas to watch them play against the Raiders. Him and his wife went out there, a couple of their friends that are Raiders fans, and they hadn't scored, like, they only scored 3 points in the last, some crazy, like, 12, 14 quarters or some shit.
Yep.
But they put Andy Dalton in. And this motherfucker scores 36 fucking points, 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 4 touchdowns or some shit.
Got the red rocket out there.
That dude went crazy. And he got to see that fucking game. So, of all his turmoil that he's been through, we congratulate the Panthers. And, you know, Steph Curry, cheers as well. It's your team too.
Did you see the Raiders coach come out after that game talking about the business decisions and some
love
players?
that fucking quote.
Did you see what he was talking about? He didn't call out any players, but
I saw a couple things that he could have been talking about.
I saw the cornerback that was backing away from tackles. Like,
That's the one that I think it's about.
yeah.
That he backed away from, like, he was in a play, completely just didn't do shit, backed away from another play,
Yep.
went in for a tackle with a fucking fingertip on one. Like, I get, yeah, he said, I saw some people out there were making some business decisions. We'll make some business decisions going forward as well. Like, oh, shit.
100%. I like Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, I do too. He seems like a no-nonsense kind of tell you how it is. I'll tell you if you're starting or not or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
That's what football needs. None of this other bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's a point where you do a little bit too much of that.
Yes, there's a tipping point with anything.
I'm watching that with Mason's football team.
Oh, you get to be on the parent side of the youth sports thing now?
The very first time.
You're not coaching or doing
I'm
anything?
not coaching. I'm not helping.
And you guys know why. You actually know why. Oh, wait, do you? Do they know about this? I don't know if they know about this.
No, probably not. Probably not.
Well, we'll tease that. We'll see if Joey wants to reveal.
We'll bring that one up on the next one. So this is the first sport that I've not coached Mason in.
Yeah.
Purposefully. I just wanted to like sit back and one day enjoy watching him play. Because I've coached everything, and it's like I can't ever focus on him. I'm focused on the whole team. I'm watching everything,
And the bullshit politics of it all.
I'm there to criticize your fuck ups and then praise your stuff, but I miss a lot. So now I'm, sitting back, I'm able to watch the games, and
Yeah.
it's frustrating now because football is actually the sport that I know the best. I've coached him in basketball, baseball, and I don't know those sports nearly as
As
much
well as
I know
football, yeah.
Right. So now, like I'm watching practices, and they have 12 players on their team. It's flag football. And they have 11 kids lined up to run routes.
7v7.
6 versus 6.
CD6 over.
They have all 11 kids lined up to run a route, one quarterback, and they just one at a time. And I'm just like, the efficiency on this is
ridiculous,
insane. They haven't practiced a single play in practice. In the games, the coach huddles them up and says, all right, you're going to go here, you're going to go here, you're going to go here, run this, run this.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? We've never done that before.
And he's like, he's yelling, coach. Now, I'm okay with that, especially in football. I'm okay with that 100%. As long as what you're doing is teaching as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just yelling to be an asshole.
Or just, because you're insecure about your,
Yeah. So I'm up in the stands. I'm watching the game. Coach goes up to Mason, and he plays receiver. He's tall and fast.
Yep.
So they just throw it up to him, basically.
Yep.
Well, on this one, and again, I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
I'm just watching it, and I see the interaction here.
You're saying body language and
I see like the frustration at the end.
Yeah.
He goes up to Mason, tells him something. That play, he motions over and runs like a wheel route up.
Yep.
But I saw the quarterback turn, and I was like, what the hell? He thought Mason was it was gonna be a handoff.
Like an end around.
Yeah.
So he turns to hands off, not knowing he's just going in motion to wheel.
Right. Now, mind you, Mason's first year of football.
Yeah.
They've had 2 practices. I've been at every one. I have not missed a single movement of Mason's on the field. He has never been handed off the ball.
Yeah.
And they're making it up in the middle of the game. Mason got benched for the rest of the game.
So they were telling him to hand it off. It was a handoff.
I'm assuming that's
Okay.
what it was.
Okay.
Because the quarterback turned around. He wasn't there. The coach is pissed.
Okay.
Okay, I'm assuming he's telling him it's a handoff. But clearly Mason had no idea.
Right.
Had no fucking idea. And Mason was
I
like,
didn't know you could do that in football. What the fuck
Mason
are you talking about?
so Mason gets pulled off the field, and then after the game, Mason like comes up and he's frustrated. He's like, I don't know why I got benched. Like I was wide open. And he
Just throw the fucking ball at me.
And I was like, I think they told you to hand the ball off. And he's like, I didn't hear him say that. He said,
Run around.
motion and I'll get you the ball.
That's not really good coaching.
And I'm like, all right, you can't make up shit. This is why practice is so important. You practice everything there. In the games, it's 100% confidence building.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the pros are even a couple steps above this level. You're practicing plays and getting every footstep, every inch, every stutter, every...
at this age, you should be doing it as well. So he's 8
Yeah.
years old. You should have 6 plays that you can absolutely, in your sleep, run nonstop.
Yeah, and the route is fucking...
Right. So what I would do, so I'm drawing up plays like in the stands. I'm like, this is what I would do. It's one play that can look a lot of different ways. It's just...
A split beer.
It's basically the triple option.
Yeah.
So you have your running back run down. You can either hand it off to him as a dive, run up the field, or
He picks up the
Again.
blitzer, blocks, or whatever.
yeah, and there's your wide receiver on your right or your left can motion every single play.
Okay.
That way, even on that dive that you handed off, then you fake it to the end around.
Yep.
Next play, fake the dive, hand it off to
Yep.
the end around.
Yep.
Next play, fake here, fake there,
Do it.
throw it. Fake here, hand it off, reverse.
Yeah.
Like, kids aren't going to recognize the pattern,
No, no.
or they will,
The coaches might.
or they will recognize the pattern. But there's so many things that you can do off that exact same play. Kids are going to be like,
Have you guys watched Remember the Titans?
I don't know. I don't know if I crash on this, or if I wait for the end around, or wait for the reverse. Like,
Especially
it
seeing it
just
for the
freezes everyone.
first time in a game.
Exactly.
You would not. They would not know what to do.
Exactly. But every single play is completely different. They're moving kids all around the field doing different things. And it's like, just master that play, and
Yeah.
then you can build off of it. But if you don't even practice a play, then Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, most coaches go into the first quarter of scripted plays. I don't give a fuck what happens. We're running
At least
these.
the first one?
Yeah, I mean,
At least the first one.
I'm trying to give some benefit of the doubt here.
And so how it works too is the first, so it's a 2-hour game day.
Okay.
And then we have an extra practice on a different day. But before the game, you get 1 hour of practice, 1 hour of game time.
On game. Oh, okay.
Yeah. During that hour before, not one play was run.
What were they working on? Just get skills? Just like you're saying, run a route, go out to you.
Working on pulling flags, running routes. I personally would put a coach throwing the ball so that the receivers can get some work in as well, rather than just the quarterback getting his reps in.
You put 2 fucking coaches in.
Right.
Quarterback still gets his reps.
Right. Because, I mean, at this age, the quarterback's still not hitting 100%.
Yeah.
So you are having wasted routes by the receivers because
For sure.
you'll have a ball way over their edge, way short, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's his 1 rep. Now, 10 more kids need to go, then he's up again.
Yeah, so you get 2 fucking catches before you go out and play.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's tough. Especially having it on the same day, too.
Exactly.
I mean, I get it where you want to, like, coach and then implement something, but yeah, you should be talking about plays.
Yep.
Well, hopefully that dad watches this. You can go fuck yourself. No. I'm sure you're just trying to do your best.
Yeah, so I'm obviously not going to go up to the coach and be like, hey, this is what I would do, man.
Obviously.
It's just like, well, next year, I'm going to coach the sport now.
Yeah, maybe that's the only sport you should be coaching.
Yeah, and I do know what I'm talking about. I have coached high school football for 5 years. So,
Yeah, he was also a high school quarterback.
yeah, so I've coached in total for like 12 years.
Yeah. And were you
Football.
quarterbacks coach or?
Quarterbacks, tight ends, DNs. I was an offensive coordinator with the 12U teams.
Mm-hmm.
We won like 3 championships in that. So I've done some shit.
So yeah, that's the one thing you should coach.
Yeah,
But your other experience pushed you off. But
exactly. Teaser coming.
yep.
Rec baseball's the worst. Travel's even worse.
Travels. I hear travel's bad. I have some Jason,
Yeah.
his wife, her daughter plays travel softball in like competitive leagues. And she's good. She's a pitcher. But they have to deal with this shit all the time too.
Yep.
Like the coach isn't playing me because his daughter's on the fucking team and she really sucks, but she's up a bunch and it could not even be true. It could just be the perception.
Right.
And yeah, then they have to go for tournaments where it's fucking 5 hours away, first of all. Starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you win, you keep going, and they're a good team. So they play into the second day. It's a lot, man.
It just feels like diluted. Like travel ball is just what rec ball kind of used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
Like you used to get, a leg up if you were in travel ball. Like, all right, those are the kids that are probably going to go and play for the high school teams and the college teams and all that. Now it's like
Everybody.
everyone plays travel ball.
Yeah.
And there's still just as many spots in high school and college as there were before. It's just more competition.
Yep. But sport is great. Sports, I think, can teach you so much
100%.
in your life, and you can get a free education or even a partially paid for education. I don't believe in college myself, but a lot of people do. It's a good way to get your foot in the door. I believe in the connections you can make in those places. Like
100%.
if you're part of a fraternity or something like that, there's people that go through their lives, and that's how they get their job opportunities, just by the connections that they have. So
Right.
my kids can go if they want. My oldest is going to JUCO right now, and then maybe wants to either go to a trade school or go to a real college. Christina is now going to potentially LSU
Yep.
to get her master's. She's not going to do it there, but she will be a student, and when she graduates, she can graduate on campus. So we'll go
That's
catch
awesome.
an LSU game. Yeah. She will be an alumni.
Hell yes.
Another thing we got to do today. There's this thing we submit.
No, I saw it. I saw it on my drive back here.
Yeah. Hopefully the admissions team is not looking at Yeah, so we want to get into a little bit of WNBA because the playoffs have just started.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, there's a stat out that Caitlin's games are obviously the highest costing games. It costs more than every regular season game combined or some shit.
Because of racism.
Yeah, because of reason. So our tickets were $133 average.
Yep.
Where most tickets are like $33 average. Doing good for the league, So I heard this thing on that topic about racism. I don't know where it was. Maybe it was on ESPN or something like that. So I did hear this thing. I think it was on ESPN. Somebody said that the reason they hate on her so much is because she's the minority in the league. She's a white straight woman that shows off her boyfriend in a black queer league. That is what they said. It's homosexuality. And my instinct was to be like, okay, well, is the NBA have the same percentage of out people? But we'll never know, because even like the stuff that came out about Dwight Howard, people were shocked about that, right? And he's obviously openly either bisexual or gay. So I don't know if we ever get a true statistic on that, but I've heard this one. They did it in 2022 for the WNBA. 38% identify as homosexual. I wonder if it's the same in the league. I don't know. There's a lot more players, obviously.
Yeah, I would.
Right? There's only 133 players in the WNBA. Mm-hmm. So if you have 40 of them that gives you the percentage.
Right.
So that's why we talked about this before too. It's the only active league where people on the other team are exes or sleeping with each other, which is real fun to watch. We can bet against this too, right?
Yep.
This bitch is gonna have a great game. That bitch cheated on her. With that bitch, that's on her team. So I'm all for it. But yeah, I think that's why she gets a lot of hate, and that's why I think the race thing comes up so much, is because I think that too. Even playing basketball, I don't know if you've ever experienced this on a pickup court or anywhere. I've been called pick up the white boy. I've been called so many racial things on a basketball court.
100%.
That I've never been called before. Now, after I play a little bit, they're like, I better shut the fuck up because this dude's killing me.
So this is why. In the NFL, they have mic'd up, they have players mic'd up.
Yeah.
They do not do that in basketball.
No. Okay, I can see this now. Maybe it would fucking ruin the league.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
If I could count the number of times I've crossed somebody up and hit something and somebody said bitch ass white boy.
Hundreds of times.
And what's weird about it is as soon as you show you can play, that shit goes away.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you don't, they're going to be on even more. Mm-hmm. Give it to vanilla. Could you imagine me saying any of that shit on a basketball court? I can't say shit. And sometimes I've said, I'm more Mexican than I'm white. But come on, until they see my ID. Yeah, exactly. Fuck. When you look white, motherfucker. So there is a lot of race that plays into that game, Mm-hmm. And not even had a race. I think people hated on Steph Curry for so long because he wasn't from the hood, or he didn't, he wasn't the guy that made it and got out. He was a pampered billionaire or millionaire.
I think you kind of get that anytime you go against the grain of a sport, and you're an outlier. Yeah. Like Michael Sam, who played for Mizzou.
Yeah.
He came out as gay before, I don't know if it was before the draft or right after the draft.
I think it was right before.
And he never got a fair shot in the league, in my opinion. This is a stretch. I understand this is a stretch, so don't come at me for this. But Colin Kaepernick was against the grain of the entire NFL.
Sure. Absolutely.
Removed from the league.
Yep.
I don't know.
Which is so weird too, because in the league you could commit domestic violence, you could beat your children with a switch. Adrian Peterson, you could Ray Rice, they could knock somebody out in a fucking elevator that's 122 pounds. You could play. Mm-hmm. But take a knee. Go fuck yourself. You ain't never in the league again.
Right.
Not to say that Colin maybe even deserved another shot. I don't think he played for my fucking team, and I liked him maybe 1 year out of the fucking 4 years that he was playing for us.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think he was great. I think he was good.
He's definitely a backup or a third string quarterback.
At the end of his career, it was not great anymore.
Yeah.
But he still was one of the best 64 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
At this point, when people are still saying, like, anytime like a quarterback goes down, they're like, oh, should Colin Kaepernick? He's been out of the league for so fucking long.
What is it, like 8 fucking years or something right now?
Forever.
And
he is not
He gets interviews every offseason too. So working out, so staying in shape. I'm ready. I just wait for the phone to ring.
Yeah, Terrell Owens says that as well.
I'm sure he
He's
does.
in the Hall of Fame.
I saw that guy run like a 4:40 though at like 45 years old with fucked up knees. So maybe he should be out there. I don't know.
I don't know if we can say this. I'll let you know later today.
Yeah.
He DM'd Taylor one time.
Terrell Owens?
Yeah.
Taylor, your current.
Mm-hmm.
What did the DM say?
I don't care to know. Like, that's...
As far as I went. It's just his fucking dick.
What am I going to do? Compete with Terrell Owens? Like,
How?
no.
Okay, how? How does this happen? Just like Instagram shit?
Yeah. How?
Okay, was she, clickbaiting people out there? Was she
I don't think so.
thirst trapping motherfuckers on Instagram?
I don't think so, but probably. I don't know.
I would love to see the picture that he commented on. It's like her and Camille. Why? What is the success rate on that shit? Do you think?
DMs?
Yeah, like okay, you're Terrell Owens DMing a seemingly normal human being. What do you think the percentage of not only people that reply back, but are gonna go meet you and then do something with you? It's got to be kind of high for someone like that, right?
Really high.
You think?
It's got to be really high.
Yeah, I would think so too. Like even a Mary bitch.
Like I said, I didn't ask a lot of questions. I don't know if we can tell this story. Cedric, hold off on this one.
Yeah, and if we can, then you'll just cut this part. We'll let you know for sure. That is a fun and interesting story. Let's give her a call right now and ask what please. Let's watch Joey crumble.
Can I?
Yes, please. We'll even ask her if we can use it too. This will be good.
Hey, babe, you're on the podcast.
Oh boy, okay.
Hey, Taylor.
Hi.
You don't have to answer this question, and we'll cut this if you don't want us to talk about it.
Yeah. We've already prefaced this, so we were telling stories about Terrell Owens and DMs and how that may have been a thing for you.
Yes.
And Joe was interested to know, because I know Joey doesn't want to know, what does a Terrell say?
Honestly, it was so many years ago. It was something on Twitter. I don't recall.
You know exactly what it is.
No, I honestly don't remember exactly the context. Because it wasn't like direct. It wasn't like a, hey, come down to LA and meet up with me.
It's because
It
he's
was
in
like
San
a-
Francisco or Dallas.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was in LA at the time, but that's just because I feel like that was a conversation I don't remember.
So was it a conversation, or was it just a one message?
No, there was a couple of things sent, I believe.
Was there any nudity involved?
No, definitely not. Not from anybody.
I wasn't talking about your part, from his part. I could see.
From nobody. And it was never, there was never a question or like that, like proposition, if you will, but I don't know if that would have been a thing if that was something that I made seem available, but that was not like something I ever like alluded to being a possibility. So I don't know if other people have different experiences with that. I'm sure that they might have.
Okay. So the
ahead.
long story short, he messaged you. You guys talked a little bit. You made him aware that, or not aware that you were interested, right? It was just a regular conversation, and then it fizzled out.
Very clear of the not interested.
Is it because he's black?
Yeah, no.
You cut out after saying yeah.
You can't use that.
We won't use the last part. Okay, well that's all we had questions about. Just wanted to
That could
see.
affect my career in many ways. Yeah, no, it was It was something like on Twitter. This is when him and Chad Johnson, Ochocinco had a show together. So I think he was just probably utilizing all avenues of fame. And yeah, it was a non-option. So it was like a quick to come in, quick to die sort of thing. There was no nudity exchange. So, I'm sorry to disappoint.
Well, I just wanted to see his dick.
Yeah, not so much. But yeah, there was a clear like, no, I'm not going down that path. So I think that was, I don't know how other people had it. I'm sure.
So he immediately stopped talking to you.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's kind of the standard. Like, you're only reaching out to people anyways to like
Yeah.
meet up one day, you know.
Well, Joey's been enlightened now. Yeah, I think he feels a little bit better about himself.
Thank you for.
We're having these conversations.
Yeah. Thanks for joining the podcast.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I'd like to hear that final cut.
All right, Taylor, you have a great day. We get to talk to you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. So, his current wife shot down Terrell Owens. So, think about that shit for a minute. And she's been on the pod. She's a friend of the pod. She was on the wine episode. She's been on a couple of other episodes. So, you guys have met her too.
That's what I'm going to tell myself every night when I go to bed.
You have a shitting grin on your face like I've never seen before.
Oh, it's funny.
So she was probably with somebody when that happened, right? And she was like,
I think so.
I can't. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, tables turned.
Right. Do you have a list of people that you could fuck and be okay with? Like famous people, not fucking Shelly at the fucking store.
My neighbor. No.
My neighbor Deborah. She's the only one on my list.
I mean,
And I think we all make these lists knowing there's no fucking chance we ever get to.
If I get any DMs out of nowhere like she did.
Oh yeah, I'm leaving my wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Christina. We're done. Because it'll never fucking happen.
Oh, I would like. No. Babe, look at this. I gotta go. I know. You know I do. Gotta go.
I'll come back to you.
She's not gonna stay with me.
Yeah, of course. Of course not. How presumptuous of me.
No. The famous person. She's not gonna stay with
so
me.
you're going
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
No, I'll be back. You know
I'll be
she's
back.
not gonna stay with me.
I'm the flavor of the week, huh? For this bitch ass white boy she wants to fuck.
Well,
It is funny too how every time we make a comment about Caitlyn, we always get a racial thing. We never really tackle that when we have today a little bit. But every time we make a comment, it's like, no, because this, and you shouldn't. Like, Jesus, if you're making decisions based on anybody's race, like,
and now all things fair, she sucked in the playoff game.
she went like fucking 1 for 7 or 2 for 17 from 3. She struggled. She has another game today, 4:00 Pacific time. And I hope that she's going to have a bounce back game, but they whooped their ass. They beat him by 30 fucking points.
So I looked into this because we talked about it last week. 3-game series.
Oh, shit.
It's elimination game, which is amazing for basketball.
I like that.
I like it a lot.
3 fucking games.
Yep.
So we get to see what Caitlyn's really made of right now.
Right now.
And she better fucking win this game. There's gonna be so much shit talk. I mean, again, they haven't been in the playoffs since 2016. They're not just happy to be there. They do want to go further, but she's already proven what she can do.
Her comp to the sport is Michael Jordan, but her comp to her playing style is Steph Curry. Steph Curry was not great in his first playoff run as well.
He wasn't.
In fact, that was his knock for forever.
That he wasn't clutch. He couldn't come together when shit really mattered.
Right.
Great regular season player when nothing's on the line.
Right.
I think a lot of shit gets said. Like, even about LeBron, they said that for a long time too. Even though he's hit the most clutch shots in anybody in the NBA history, and is the #1 scorer in NBA history, and name another fucking thing.
I mean, the Michael Jordan stat, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I know it's overblown how clutch he was.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers the moments. You don't remember the ones that he missed.
Yep. And then also, did you see that shit where they're looking at old Michael Jordan games about the stats?
Yeah, the
He got 18 rebounds one game. The fucking 8 that they fucking watched him do. What the
Between
fuck is
that and inflating the league at the time that he came in, there's a lot of
What are those numbers
there's a
doing?
lot of smoke.
Yeah, and not to say that we all didn't see Mike play. He passes the eye test significantly.
100%.
He's, up there in the conversation of the GOAT.
Yeah, he's top 5 for sure.
Yeah, top 10. Get it. Yeah. It's going to be a great year for basketball this year. Maybe not a great year for the Warriors this year,
Right.
but I think basketball in general is in a great place. I love the Sacramento Kings and how they play, and De'Aaron Fox, and how Steph's taking him under his wing. And
There are rumors of the Warriors making a big trade
I know,
in season.
Yep.
A big one.
a huge one.
Giannis.
Aaron Antetokounmpo right now, yes. I don't know if I like it though.
Oh no, he would be.
I mean, because I like it because he basically would just catch lobs from Steph all day.
Not only would he take lobs, he can drive to the basket all day. We don't have anyone like that. We haven't had anyone like that since
I just
KD.
wish that motherfucker had more in his bag. He just relies so much on his length and strength that he's just like doing one spin move. Like, just fucking do a counter. One. Maybe Steph will teach him.
But imagine if you have someone that can just drive the lane that fucking hard that
Yeah.
you have to put bodies on him.
Yep.
You're
free up
just kicking
everybody.
it out.
You free up everybody.
You're just kicking it out.
And if it's not Steph, it's Brandon Pajemski now. He'll hit that shit.
And who'd we get?
Oh, yeah. Fuck. We both know who we're talking about.
Why the fuck is that? He started with the Kings and
Slow-mo. Slow-mo.
him too.
Yeah, we got him too.
Not-
He's a
not
two-point
the other
shooter, too. Who are you talking about?
Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield, yeah.
He's
yeah,
a 40,
Buddy.
he's a
40 point,
40%.
yeah. Yep. Yeah, so him and Slow-mo replace Clay. Kyle's got better defense. Oh, no, Buddy's got good defense, too.
He's okay.
We might be a better defensive team. I mean, Clay he was kind of barn doors there at the end.
Buddy Hield. Don't come at me. Buddy Hield's a better 3-point shooter today than Klay Thompson.
Yeah, not historically or whatever, but right now.
He may even be a better. This is close. He may be a better player right now.
I think
than Klay
that's
Thompson.
accurate. And I hate that I'm going to see him in a Dallas fucking Mavericks jersey this year. I am going to the game that he's coming back.
I hope he's great. I hope he
blows the
dominates.
other Achilles. Fucking.
I hope he plays really good until the playoffs and the Warriors beat him.
I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs, no doubt. But what's his role on that team? Is he coming off the bench? Is he going to start over there? I think he goes over there because he wants to start.
Probably put
they're
him in
gonna
3.
Put him at 3 and start him.
He's gonna be
There'd be slower dudes that he's guarding too, which might not be terrible either.
his comp might be like a Peja Stojakovic back in the day.
Yeah, could be.
Spot up, 3-point
Spot
shooter.
up.
You're not gonna
That's
be able to do a whole lot else.
Yeah,
You got 2 ball dominant guards.
yeah, very ball dominant. I mean, it's not like you need the ball to score, right?
Klay Thompson
Yeah.
does not want the ball
No.
to score.
3 dribbles, 80 points.
Did you ever see that?
Look that setup.
Have you ever seen the stat comparison of dribbles per point versus Steph versus Clay?
Oh God, it's
It's like
10-1. It's got to be. Yeah. Which still to me makes Steph better. He can do it anyway, motherfucker. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting wide away. So I haven't gotten information on the open practice, but we'll get that soon.
only another
hopefully.
2 weeks.
Yep. And I'll have to buy those tickets hella quickly. I'm in the Insiders program, so I should get a text about it, which would be good. But everybody hops on at the same fucking time and tries to buy them.
You do anything tomorrow?
Not
This is
much.
just totally off.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'll make it on subject here in just a second.
Yeah, go.
Tomorrow is the very last day that the A's will ever play in the Coliseum.
It's the last one.
It's the last one, and I just have so many memories of like the Coliseum is in horrible shape.
what time?
But for me, I'm going. It's at 12, but I'm gonna head out there around 10.
26, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can move what I have. I was at the last game at the 49ers stadium. That's only fitting. I'd be at the last game there.
We were at one of the last games at Oracle too, or at Oracle, Arca.
You had it right the first time. We were. It wasn't the last game.
No, but like
I think it was second to last game. Yeah. Yep.
I love the Coliseum. That's my first memories at a baseball park. That's most of my memories at a baseball park.
Oh yeah, that's all of mine. I mean the Giants Stadium a little bit too, but
Yeah, I remember going the very first game back after 9/11. They sold out the stadium, and my dad took me and my sister, and we were like little kids at the time.
Oh, that's when they did the fireworks display that day too, right? They did
Yeah.
all that shit. Yeah.
So he brought like a huge like American flag, like huge, and we were sitting in the very top deck, and he like unveiled it, and like that was like the picture of the
flowing out.
game. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
it was pretty cool.
What'd you do to your arm? Come on.
I can't.
We're teasing more shit now.
Yep.
All right. Moving on. You know what? All I need is a mushroom and a turkey leg, and I'll have myself a gay old time.
That's pretty fucking much.
Just about the size of a turkey leg right there.
I didn't even have a good lie for it. I just-
Yeah, you should have said something. Got any other trips planned?
No, AEP is.
Rapidly approaching next Tuesday. Fuck.
Yep. We're not doing anything until December 7th.
Yeah, I got a couple dinners, but other than that, I was gonna try to get to Tahoe this week, but I got way too much shit to do.
Yeah.
Trying to get all the marketing done and all that other shit. I know this is enthralling podcast stuff, but you're not a big reader, right? I don't read books.
I've been very big into audiobooks.
Yeah. Well, you drive so much too. That's so fucking easy too.
Yeah, like I just finished a full book yesterday and today.
I do mine 2.5 times. So if people say I'm not retaining as much, but that's how my brain works. It wants to hear that shit that fast.
Yeah, I was struggling through it. I want to hear it faster than what I've been listening to it at. Good app. Do you have Libby?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how
If you don't have
download it.
Libby, that's dope as fuck. They have basically a number of digital copies. There's only a certain amount, but you check out books just like a library. You upload your local library access card, and you can belong to multiple libraries.
Yep.
Which is cool too. And the Libby app, and if they don't have it here, you can check it out there.
Yeah, because
Works
I was
really
buying books on Apple Books
Oh yeah, or Audible.
all the
or-
time. Yeah,
Yep.
like $15 a piece. And then someone told me about this, and
And not many people know about it either.
no. So I've been.
They have movies
Audiobooks.
on that bitch.
Do they really?
Yeah, they have a DVD section at the.
Oh yeah.
So they have movies on the fucking thing.
Yeah, I've been crushing books. Like 10 books in like the last 3 weeks.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, because you're doing that thing. Yeah. Another
here.
tease for another time.
Teasing it.
We'll talk about that. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for this week's episode of Cup of Joes, Cup Zero Joes, Cup O Joes. Remember, Cup Zero Joes on all social media channels. We're even on that new one, Freedom Speech, or whatever the fuck Trump's doing. We will be up there. We'll get on there.
True Social.
Yeah, Truth Social, there you go. Watch for our tweets on there. I don't know what's like our truths. All right, that's going to do it for us for Cup of Joes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate you.
Cheers.